Hello, beautiful people. It's Cinderella. Welcome to the channel. Today we're back again with another video from Charlie Kirk. Let's check it. Let's check it out.
Hi. I don't
Hello.
really have a specific question. What is something that you like to debate about?
Anything? What's on your mind? I want to make it more fair for you. I'm not here to pick debates. I'm here to try to teach. So, what do you tend to be more conservative or liberal?
More liberal.
Okay. Tell me how you got to that way, and tell me. This is not a trick. I'm not here to debate college kids. I'm here to try to teach. If someone debates me, I'll debate back. But
I mean, it's kind of just what aligns with my morals. I'm myself. I'm a queer person, and I know that you have a lot of stuff that you wouldn't agree with me on. But I think it's important to actually debate the topics and not just fight. So
I totally agree. Can I ask a dumb question?
yeah.
When I grew up, calling someone queer was like a slur. Can you tell me what that means? I mean that sincerely. And how is it different than just saying you're lesbian or bisexual or gay?
So it can be different for everyone because gender, sexuality, it's a spectrum just like anything else. And for me personally, I like everyone.
No, but what does queer mean, though?
Queer, it's just a label.
What does the label mean?
It's different for everyone.
Okay. No, I know, but that doesn't.
I hear people going, "Oh my God."
No, I just want I want a definition. I mean, I'm not trying to put you as a trap, though. I mean this because when I grew up, if I called somebody queer, I would get in trouble. Just give me like a working definition.
Yeah, so queer is just something that you identify as with your sexuality. It can be related to gender too.
Right, but how do you know once you achieve queer? Like, what is the, like, can you give me saying that anybody can be it doesn't tell me what that thing is. That makes sense, though? Like, it'd be like saying you become an adult when you feel like you're an adult. I mean, you have to say that there is an objective.
I'm glad that everyone's having so much fun.
Well, they're
with
laughing
this.
because I'm trying to glean like what it means.
Yeah.
Like, because when someone says queer, that doesn't tell me anything.
Yeah, so that's what a debate is for. For thank you. So, it's literally just a identity.
So let me get this straight. Is it that the society or college is making students or kids or teenagers or students go dumber or what? Because it's not making sense. How can you or how do you identify as something but you don't know what you identify as? You don't know the meaning of what you identify as. It's just like the common thing we see where lots of anybody can wake up today and say they are a woman but they don't know what a woman is, so obviously you identify as something but you don't know what it is. Does that make sense? It honestly doesn't. And my question here is, why do people who always identify as this or whatever, why are they always wearing colored hair? I'm very curious to know, because something is wrong somewhere. We understand that, yeah, sometimes when people are growing up, they tend to go astray. But at the same time, it's now a common trend. It seems like when you get confused, all of a sudden you have to change your hair color to something that would be more understandable to show that you're confused. Or is it like an identity hair style or something? Let me know what you think.
Right. Okay. But you know, right. But like, what is that identity? For example, if I were to say I'm a conservative, let me give an example.
Yeah.
A conservative is someone who believes in small government, strong borders, American exceptionalism, the Constitution. How would you then give a definition of queer that someone looking at could say, oh, that is queer? Like, connect the dots.
So, I'm gay, right?
Okay, no, that's good. So,
Yeah.
but then, so what's the difference then, gay and queer?
The whole point of it is that it has a different definition for everyone.
No, I know, but what is the difference then of gay and queer?
No! I get more questions, right?
Yeah, sure.
When did I say I was good at it?
No, guys, I'm not trying. I mean this because I think that in society, just so you know my perspective,
So,
they're not
what?
chanting at you, just so you know.
No, I have a real question.
Okay.
I have a real question. What are your favorite policies that you want implemented from Trump? like if he were to be elected?
I think we should drill our natural resources to bring down the price of oil and natural gas. I think we should broker peace between Russia and Ukraine. I think we should try to end the Israeli war as quickly and as humanely possible. I believe we should secure the southern border, cut taxes for middle-income earners, no tax on tips, no tax on Social Security, no tax on overtime, no men and women's sports. Those are just some of the policies off the top of my head.
Yeah, so I agree that taxes should be lowered because the taxes are extremely high, especially here. And I know you brought up earlier that it's way more expensive now to have housing than it was even like a couple years ago. And I think it's super important to talk about that because it's really impossible for especially college students to be expected to have housing after they graduate.
So, totally agree. So why is it that when Trump was president, an average house you could get at $75,000 combined income a year, now it's $130,000 a year? Why is that?
So I will say that I don't agree with everything that Kamala Harris stands for, and I'm not that knowledgeable about it. That's why I'm having the debate so I can learn. But I also don't agree with Trump. So
On what though? What?
I just don't.
Okay, now it's no longer a question. We can all agree that the society itself practically makes people go dumber. The college itself, some college too, also are contributing factors to making some students go dumber. It's just like, oh, I don't like you. I just don't like you. There is no reason for me not to like you. Oh, what exactly is it? What exactly is it? Because we get it that many people listen or depend solely on the mainstream media, the woke mainstream media narrative to push a certain agenda as to who to vote for, or who to like, or what to say and what not to say. And then maybe a couple of liberal friends who are similar be like, oh, they are saying the exact same thing. And because it sounds a lot relatable or a lot easier, then it's easier to follow what they're saying. But I don't like Trump because I just don't like Trump. It doesn't even make sense. We get it. Not everybody's going to like Trump. Not everybody is going to like Trump's policy. But I mean, you should be able to pinpoint one area or one thing that will say, oh, this is the exact same thing I don't, or this is the reason I don't like him. I like him on this aspect, or I like what he said on this aspect, but I don't like him on this, or what he said on this aspect. And no shades here or throwing shades on anybody, but obviously based on the election, as we can see with what is going on, some people would rather vote anything other than Trump just because the mainstream media says so, or just because somebody somewhere is saying something and they heard it for the first time and they were like, oh, no, 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 no. Because of this, what this person said, then they are opting to say, oh, they're not voting for Trump, when you've not even verified, or you don't even know if what the person is saying is true. And this is the mindset that we see today. Actually, the society is making lots of people dumber. Now we get it.
Can you give me?
Yup, boo me!
I'm not.
Boo!
No, guys, don't. No, please.
Yes!
Don't boo.
Thank
Don't
you,
boo.
guys.
Please don't boo. What's your name?
Taylor.
Taylor, thank you for coming up. Can you give me two things that you don't agree with Trump on, or would you like me to try to win you over for Trump?
So you're not going to be able to do that, but I appreciate
Well,
it.
then you're not open-minded.
So, well, first of all,
If you say that there's nothing you can then hear to be won over for Trump, then you got to give me a good reason, at least two, why you don't like Trump.
he's racist. Yup, boo me. Thank you, guys.
Okay, so let me ask you a dumb question.
Uh-huh.
Can you define what does it mean to be racist?
Do you want me to look up a definition?
No, I want you to. You said he's a racist, so
Yeah.
you must have a definition of racism in your mind. Tell me what that definition is.
Okay, so, ooh, I'm gonna make you guys wait on this. Ooh, zero knowledge.
Guys, please don't heckle. I want to try to understand because these words have a lot of meaning.
Yeah.
But you can't get. I know it's hard on the spot. I just want you to think about it because if you say Trump is a racist, you
Yeah.
should be able to easily give a definition of what that word means.
So it's hatred towards another race, right?
So when has he ever exhibited that? Give me clear and specific examples.
You got one? Well, yeah, I heard someone say he told Yes.
Okay, but let me just help you out here.
Uh-huh.
What you think he's a racist because the media has told you he's a racist. Because you can't give me an example off the top of your head, and even when you phone a friend to the audience. I'm not criticizing you. Maybe the media is lying to you. Maybe the man who's being called a racist is actually someone that's trying to improve lives of all Americans.
I think this is fun, guys. So,
Okay, so let me just ask one final question for you,
yeah.
which is, you say you are liberal,
Yeah.
right? And you say you lean to the left.
Yeah.
Are you open-minded to have your mind changed on your core political principles
On my core political principles,
or
if
philosophical?
if it's a fact, then sure.
Cool. So can I give you a fact I want you to think about? Kamala Harris, as she's been in charge of the border, we have 320,000 missing children right now in this country that were all sex trafficked or labor trafficked across the southern border. Do you agree that that should probably get more attention?
I think any type of issue like that should get attention.
Have you heard about that before me mentioning it?
Not really. Like I said, I don't really know that
No,
much.
no, but hold on. But you knew enough to say Trump was a racist. Why do you think you don't know that there's 320,000 missing kids in America? Why is that?
It's not really presented in the media. The media is so focused right now on the battle between conservative and liberal.
But isn't that a core part of the battle, that the liberal vice president has allowed 320,000 kids to go missing?
So, how has she allowed that exactly?
That's a good question. She's in charge of the border. She has stopped DNA testing at the border. So if a kid comes to the border, 12 years old, and someone says, I'm their father, there's no DNA rapid testing that takes 90 seconds to make sure that's actually the father. Most times it's a pimp that is selling the girl into sex slavery in the interior of the United States. Kamala Harris specifically got rid of that policy.
So it was in place before?
Yes, when Donald Trump was president, it required DNA testing, and families would remain together, and they were not granted asylum into the interior of the country, and we had remained in Mexico, the lowest border crossings in American history. Under Kamala Harris, we have 10 million people coming illegally into America.
Okay. Next person.
All right, I want you to think about these things, and maybe one day you'll remember this conversation, and you'll think back that maybe conservatives have been right all along. Thank you.
You see all of this where the brainwashing is coming from, and most especially is from the woke mainstream media brainwashing people, and lots of people buy into it because it's built on trust, right? And people trust them so much to the point people take their word for everything, because you hear people say, oh, I don't like Trump. Exactly, why don't you like Trump? Just like what she said, Trump is racist. Or you hear some people say, oh, Trump is whatever. Okay, what is the reason why, or at what point did you think, or did you hear that Trump was racist, or whatever idea you put on? They say, oh, I heard it from someone else or from the mainstream media. So you see where the brainwashing is coming from. Obviously, the woke mainstream media brainwash people to hate on Trump, hate on somebody, and present a likable image to the one they want to push, or to a narrative they want to push. So why is the mainstream media telling you what to think? Why is the mainstream media controlling your mind? Obviously, all of this is built on trust. So they know that young people who most likely would be paying attention to the woke mainstream media, and at first start, majority of them would choose to be liberal at first. And so obviously they convince you, or they sell a lie or sell a narrative to you, make you believe, and s- hide or flush out the vital or the most important information that you should be listening to, or you should be paying attention to. Why is that? Why are they doing that? Of course, they know what they are doing. They're pushing a certain agenda. It's telling you who to hate because they want you to have a common enemy, and it's a lot easier for them to control you and to put you or group you in a box. But I hope she be convinced, and maybe somewhere down the road she change her mindset and realize that she's been lied to, or she's been brainwashed all along, thinking Trump is racist or whatever. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comment down below. I'm sure tons of people have interesting things to share. I really love to share that. You can share the useful information you think might be really helpful. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and all of the stuff. And until next time, see you in the next video.